Welcome to Intelligence Hunt. This is Shanti here.
Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss History Chapter 1 How, When and Where. So let's see what are the various topics which are being covered up in this lesson. The topics are how important are dates, which dates, how do we periodize, what is colonial, how do we know about the administration produces records and surveys became important and what the official records do not tell. Let's see how the history was in past and how it has got lot of variations, and we will also see how the gap between before and after has happened. History is nothing but it is the study of the past events, and it's very much more than memorizing the dates. So we are going to discuss how did it happen, when did it happen and where did it happen. So let's see what is the meaning of history. History is about the changes that occur over a long period of time. So there would have been some wandering moments in your life. If you see some people having a cup of tea or coffee, there will be some question which will trickle your mind, how this coffee or tea got invented, or how these people started to drink the coffee or tea, or when did they start. So this is the question which will rise up in your mind. Same way you would have experienced lot of wonder moments when you travel in railway department as how this railway connects the long distances. So we cannot tell one particular date how these things happen. The same way we don't know the specific date how the Britishers started to rule our Indian country. East India Company started as a monopolistic trading body. The company became involved in politics and acted as an agent of the British imperialism in India from the early 18th century to the mid 19th century. This picture shows the Brahmins offering the Shastras to Britannia, frontispiece to the first map produced by James Rennell. James Rennell was asked by Robert Clive to produce the maps of Hindustan. An enthusiastic supporter of British conquest of India, Rennell saw preparation of maps as essential to the process of domination. He joined the East India Company and became the Surveyor General of Bengal during the period 1764 to 1777. Why then do we continue to associate history with a string of dates? This association has a reason. There was a time when history was an account of battles and big events. It was about rulers and their policies. Historians wrote about the year a king was crowned, the year he married, he had a child, he fought a particular war, the year he died, and the year the next ruler succeeded to the throne. For events such as these things, specific dates can be determined. And in histories such as these, debates about dates continue to be important. If you see the past history textbooks, historians now write about the host of other issues and other questions. They look at how the people earned their livelihood, meaning a means of securing the necessities of life. What they produced and ate, how the cities developed and markets came up, how kingdoms were formed, and new ideas. In the histories written by British historians in India, the rule of each Governor General was important. These histories began with the rule of the first Governor General Warren Hastings and ended with last Viceroy Lord Mountbatten. It was seemingly never-ending succession of Governor Generals and Viceroys. We have other Governor Generals such as Hastings, Wellesley, Bentinck, Dalhousie, Canning, Lawrence, Lytton, Ripon, Curzon, Harding and Irwin. The chronology, meaning record of events following order in which they occurred. So the chronology of their lives mark the different chapters of the history of British India. Next we are going to see the topic how do we periodize. In 1817, James Mill, a Scottish economist and political philosopher, published a massive 3-volume workbook called A History of British India. In this, he divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. So we are going to see some thoughts which were being told by James Mill. So he considered all the Asian societies were at a lower level of civilization than Europe. Before the British came to India, it was Hindu and Muslim people who were ruling our Indian country. They had lot of religious intolerance, caste taboos practice that is prohibited, and there were a lot of restrictions in the social and religious customs.
Lot of people had many superstitious beliefs which dominated the social life. Mill in fact suggested the British should conquer all the territories in India in order to ensure the enlightenment and happiness of the Indian people. British period was civilized Indian with art, institutions and laws, explained to conquer all territories to enlightenment and happiness. In this idea of history, British rule represented all the forces of progress and civilization. We know the history is being divided into ancient, medieval and modern. So when the British people came inside, we had one more rule called as colonial rule. Colonial means one country taking control over another country and which leads to socio-economic and cultural changes. That is also called as subjugation. Subjugation means something under domination or control. Ancient period was always referred to the start of civilization. Medieval period was referred to as dark ages as there was a lot of ignorance of science, technology and equality. Modern period was full of new ideas and informations. In the colonial period, there was no equality, freedom and economic growth. The next topic that we are going to see is sources of writing history. How do we know the Britishers ruled our Indian country? What sources do historians use in writing about the last 250 years of Indian history? The British believed that the act of writing was important. Every instruction, plan, policy, decision, agreement, investigation had to be clearly written up. Once this was done, things could be properly studied and debated. This conviction produced an administrative culture of memos, notings and reports. The British also felt that all important documents and letters needed to be carefully preserved. So they set up a record room attached to all administrative institutions. The village Tahsildar office, collector office, commissioner office, provincial secretariats, the law courts all had their record rooms. Specialized institutions like archives and museums were also established to prevent the important records. In the early years of 19th century, these documents were carefully copied out and beautifully written by calligraphist. Is a person who specialized in the art of beautiful writing. By the middle of the 19th century, with the spread of the printing, multiple copies of these records were printed as proceedings of each government department. Further, in British period, the surveys became very important. The practice of surveying became common under the colonial administration because the Britishers believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. Revenue surveys were conducted. Topography of the soil, quality, the flora, the fauna, the local histories and the cropping pattern was also collected. From the end of the 19th century, census operations were held every 10 years in order to know the number of people in all the provinces of India, noting information on caste, religion and occupation. There were many other surveys like botanical surveys, zoological surveys, archaeological surveys, anthropological surveys and forest surveys. But all these surveys were just an official record and it expressed what officials thought or wanted. They did not reveal what people looked for. These records do not always help us understand what other people in the country felt and what lay behind their actions. Only the diaries of peoples, travelers, the autobiographies of the important personalities can tell about the literate people. But there was no record of the history which is available for the tribal people or the peasants, workers or the poor. Thank you. This is Shanti signing off from Intelligence Hunt. Stay home, stay safe. If you like my video, please subscribe, like and share my video.